The health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook as well as those that saw me in person. You got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during the event. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with YAH. Getting high with YAH is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their body. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with YAH creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation, okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation videos inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with YAH. And walking with YAH is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a tailored health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again, like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Peace. Welcome to my Patreon, where you might have come here from my YouTube or my Eventbrite with a video to expire within 30 days. Now you have access to my exclusive content forever once you join one of the tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, which you're going to get. But you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook as well as those that saw me in person. You got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during the event. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with YAH. Getting high with YAH is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation system, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their bodies. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with YAH creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation, okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with YAH. And walking with YAH is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again, like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Peace. Welcome to my Patreon, where you might have come here from my YouTube or my Eventbrite where the videos expire within 30 days. Now you have access to my exclusive content forever once you join me one of the tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, which you're going to get, but you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class, you're able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook, as well as those that saw me in person, you got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during events. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with YAH. Getting high with YAH is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their bodies. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with YAH creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation, okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation videos inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem where you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with YAH. And walking with YAH is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Peace. All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Prayerfully, you can hear my voice. If you can, please put a 1 in the chat. I appreciate you. Today, we have a very special presentation, but if you have not, please subscribe to the channel. It allows you to chat with us. B, it allows you to be able to ask any questions that you want. C, it allows you to be able to get a notification when we go live. And lastly, it allows you to be able to support the channel. It supports the channel, so we appreciate it if you would subscribe. On top of that, we want you to actually visit our Patreon. That would be grand if you could visit our Patreon. Welcome, Senart. Glad to see you here. I'm going to have to jump into the Zoom at the same time. I'm going to be live here with you all. So I'm going to be doing a Zoom with the Kingdom of YAH, as well as at the same time, I'm going to be doing you all be able to hear and listen in and see everything going on. Okay. I believe you're going to be able to hear the questions if somebody asks a question on that side on the Zoom as well. If not, then I will repeat the questions. Okay. So I'm going to need you all to let me know if you can hear the questions or not when they start asking questions, which will be way later down the line. Okay. So tonight I will open up. They're probably going to start. I know they're getting started, but they're probably going to start with the portion where I come in probably around 7:10, 7:15. So until that time, do we have any questions on anything? I'm going to open it up for questions first on this side as well. So any questions on anything, please feel free to ask. I'm opening up the Zoom now so I can get ready for that. Any questions? Any questions on anything? I gotta make sure the Zoom don't kick me off. So that's what I'm trying to do. So, all right, there it goes. It's in the right position. Let's see, I'm to join this Zoom. Please, any questions you might have in the chat. Glad you're feeling better. That's the thing. Super happy to hear that. But you did well. You followed instruction on that end, so you're doing very good. Okay. And let me open that. All right, I can see you all again. What do you know about tuning forks? What type are you talking about when it comes to music tuning forks? Are we talking about tuning forks? Are we talking about tuning forks for the body? Both are really the same. Is that what you're asking me about, the tuning fork, like healing? I just want to make sure. You're asking about the tuning fork healing? Healing for the body, yeah. Tuning fork, give me 1 second. I'm about to join, but then I'm going to silence myself over here so they know. So give me 1 second. So I need to know when to come in. That's going to be the main thing. All right, let's see. Unmuting me. I can't hear them. I guess they haven't started. They haven't started on that end. Okay, so again, I'm on Zoom. Any questions? So you asked for healing for the body. Yes. Well, this is the thing that I know, and this is why I do the healing meditation with sound. Frequency is key. So every single part of your body is attuned to a different frequency, and it needs to be on point. And so I would not. All sound meditation is going. All sound healing is going to do is going to work if the person knows what they're doing. There's no way around it, right? Sound is light, is all of that. Like sound is everything. So you have to really understand, when you understand what sound is, you will understand that yes, sound is going to heal. It is going to heal. Okay? I want to get some sound over here. Give me 1 second, okay, guys? I want to make sure that sound is coming through. Yeah, it should be sound. Are you silent? Hold 1 second for me. I apologize. I need to get this and make sure that on the Zoom that they're going to be able to hear me as well. Okay, I got sound. That is true. So they must not be talking yet. Yeah, I got sound. So they're not talking yet. Okay, cool. I'm just going to have to be able to hear when they say it's time for me to speak. Then I will definitely switch back over. You hear people coming in. So when it's time to speak, I'm going to ask that they actually text me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to mute that for the moment, and then we will get started. Okay. I mean, then when they come back, we'll get started. All right. You all can still hear me. I need to make sure that you all can still hear me. Put a 1 in the chat for me, please. Please put a 1 in the chat if you all can still hear me on YouTube. I will be in Zoom tonight doing a live at the same time, so I just want to make sure that you all will be able to do that. I'm going to keep this volume low so I know when they want me to come in. I want the desktop volume off for right now. Good. Okay, you guys can still hear me. Any other questions? Did I answer your question, Sinart? Or did you have any more questions on that? Okay, so you did. Okay, I answered it. Good. Any other questions? Any questions on anything right now while they're getting ready for me? I apologize for doing this, but I got to be able to hear. Any questions, please put them in the chat if you have any questions for me. I'm just waiting for them to get ready for me to speak, and then we'll be going live. I'm going to switch screens now. I just want to make sure that the Zoom and everything is good. You all still should be able to see me in the small corner. This will come up in bigger in a little bit. I just needed to check. Welcome to my page. Sorry about that. Any questions on anything before we get started? That was a good question on the tuning forks, though. But sound is key with healing. Sound healing is very good. Just make sure that what the healing is and what they're doing and why they're using the specific frequencies. They should understand that. So, for instance, when I'm doing the sound bowls, The sound bowls, each one of those sound bowls are at the frequency dealing with the specific chakra that we're dealing with. You understand? I understand that. You got what I'm saying? And as it goes through the body, what it's doing is it's dealing with that chakra, opening and clearing it, helping to clear it. And your mind, once it gets used to that sound, is leading directly to that location. That's why I'm using it. So you need to understand why they're using that healing modality, or what the frequencies are and what each one of those frequencies are doing. If they understand that, then yes, it's excellent. Any other questions, please put them in the chat. It's open question moment. And we'll get into a presentation shortly as soon as they call me. Oh, you have tuning forks and are learning how to use them. That's great. Outstanding. That's good. Study it, learn it, master that piece. What made you want to do tuning forks? You used them while you was having health issues. Okay, that's good. Nothing's wrong with that. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Yep, you want to try many things. Yes, you could try different types of modalities of healing like that. Sound healing, meditation, all of those things can be good. The only thing that I don't advise until you're clear, again, and I will always say this, is the healing is the what's the meditation where you going into the mantras. Like, not so much mantras as positive affirmation. I would not do that until after you were clear, because again, you'll be suppressing the negative thoughts deeper into the subconscious mind. Any other questions from anyone? Please put it in the chat. If you cannot chat, please subscribe. That way you are able to chat. It's going to also allow you to be able to go into the it's going to allow you to be able to ask questions. It's going to allow you to be able to know when we go live, and it's going to support the channel. We appreciate it. When you do so, also make sure you visit our Patreon, patreon.com/health class. Right now, we have 7-day free trials on different subscriptions. Read through the subscriptions, everything that you get through them. If you didn't get to see the video at the beginning where I walk and talk to you about that at the beginning of this video. We're about to go live here coming soon. That's why I'm opening it up for questions right now. I'm about to go live in a minute.
Some accolades on to Agdaweed because Agdaweed has been steadfast uh, in his pursuit in this journey for everlasting life and just a higher intellect into uh, uh, you know um, Yah's kingdom. He's one of our mores that always, is willing and able to assist us in bringing forth, earth-shattering information. And like I said, and we're having these calls every other week, but every week we're trying to have, maybe somebody else different that can present, somebody else that can bring something. Agda has a new book out. It might not be brand spanking new, but it might be new to some of the sainthood, and he's going to be speaking on that tonight. So, without further to do, I would like to bring forth uh, Man of Valor, Agdawid, for your presentation for the evening. Agdawid, do I need to make you a co-host or anything like that?
If
I'm
you
not going.
could, you can either make me a co-host or you can allow the share. Would be fine either which way.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Uh,
Either which way is fine for me.
hold on. And
And I've got my live YouTube on here as well. So I apologize. I'm gonna be going back and forth. There's little things that I might have to do where I say, you know, um, I got YouTube on. So.
okay, you are a host right now, but I could still
Okay.
moderate.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so go ahead. The floor is all yours.
Okay. Great. I
Agdawi.
just wanted to make sure that I am and I share so good.
We are, you are, and go for it.
All right. Great. So first, I always like to start off Aleikum Yahweh Nefshi Asa Elohai Bekapatachti Alavosha Yahutsu Ayivali. Kodem Kol Hakavo Le Yor Hakodesh Israel Le Meshakim Le Naskim Sarim Atrim the Kol Hasadav. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Love you all with a perfect love. It's been a while. It's been a while. And so a lot has transpired. As he stated, I have my book out. It was called Health Class, How to Heal Yourself. And I think it's very important to do because, as you all know, I had a heart attack. And when I had my heart attack, I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't do any of those things. I actually had to be who I was. Either, and I had, and the main thing about that was that I had to become who I was in the sense of if I was truthful, then I'd be here today sitting before you if I was the truth. If I was a liar, if I was not the truth, then I would not be here today. And so the things that I was doing and the things that I had learned, I used in order to heal myself because I wanted to definitely make sure that I was who I say I am. And so because of that and being able to do that allowed me to be able to um, then allow the spirit to climb inside, I guess you could say, and direct me in a path of healing because I was already on the path, but I was doing the creation series, and that during the creation series, people were healing themselves with their mind. So I had the mental side down, but I didn't have the physical and spiritual side down in the sense that I understand it today. So, for instance, I always ask this question, and I'm going to ask you all and my listening audience on YouTube.
Eating. Is eating spiritual, physical, or mental? It's a very important question. Is eating spiritual, physical, or mental?
Can it be both?
Say your answer. Your answer. Yours is both. Oh, that's all. Are you saying all three? Or are you saying two?
I'm saying all three.
Okay, all three. Good. Anyone else?
Um,
I see you send art on YouTube. You saying spiritual. Go ahead.
I would say all three also.
All three. Okay, that's fine. Anyone else? And there's a key reason I'm asking the question because because I understand where everyone is coming from. Who said? Somebody said something on the phone.
Dang, it was actually I said spiritual.
Okay, spiritual. All right. Why do you say spiritual?
Well, because I would say because food has a spirit.
Mm.
So you're feeding spirit into spirit.
Mm.
So you're feeding spirit into spirit, and then you get spirit out of spirit. So food has mechanisms in it, organisms, all kind of other things, and it adjusts to the spirit based off of the kind of food that you eat. It adjusts to your spirit also based off your mood
Mm.
and the season.
That's and that is powerful. And I'm gonna tell you something. You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct, and I'm gonna share with you why, and you'll understand it as soon as I do. And so, eating is spiritual, and here's how you know it's spiritual. Because I thought the same thing you did, Artur Elamite. I thought it was all three, but it's spiritual, and this is how you know because when you're eating, when you change your diet from meat, let's say you went from eating all meat, including swine, and you move to stop eating pork. The first thing that a person gonna ask you is, "Are you Muslim?" Especially when we were doing it, when we were coming up. That was the first question they would ask. Why? Because innately we recognize that eating has to do with spirit. We recognize that. When we move to a kosher diet, why do we eat a kosher diet? So that we do not defile the body. We do not defile the spirit. Because for the creator spirit to dwell in you, there are certain things you cannot put into the body. Right? So for the spirit to dwell, or oxygen or air to dwell in the body, there are certain things you cannot put into the body or it would defile the spirit. That's one level and way of looking at it. Now let's look at it from a secular aspect. When we remove or when we change our diet, every time we change our diet, all we are simply doing is lightening the diet. We're lightening it. Every time when I remove meat, which is heavy, now I am lightening the diet. When I move to a vegetarian or a pescatarian, I'm lightening the diet. When I move to vegetarian, I'm lightening the diet. When I move to veganism, I'm lightening the diet. When I go live or raw, I'm lightening the diet. Until you get to a breatharian who is totally lightening the diet. What are we doing when we do that? We're allowing more spirit into the body. This is very important to get because wherever spirit or oxygen or air, remember ruach simply means air or oxygen. Wherever ruach or oxygen or air does not get to, that is where disease lives. That is where disease lives. So the goal is to get the spirit flowing through the body entirely. So when we're eating is a spiritual concept. This is why you get addicted to food. This is why it's so hard for you to quit, because we've been thinking that eating is a physical process, but it's not. It is a spiritual process. And this is why you need it for comfort and all of those type things when your spirit is thrown off. Right? So it's a very important concept to get that eating is spiritual. Now, why do I say that? Because we are on the path of physical immortality. This is what we've been charged with from Abba Ben Ami. Right? We have been charged with finding the formula for physical immortality, everlasting life, from thought to reality, conquering death. Correct? We're all in agreement there. Am I lying?
Okay.
Game.
Right. So if our charge and mission is to find the formula, we have to be very cognizant of what was written about it scripturally, A, and then B, coming outside of that scientifically, looking at the physiology of the body, right? All the way down to the cellular membrane, and then every single quote unquote disease, right? We have to look at that from the aspect of truly what it is and why is it coming upon us. So I like something that a video was just shared with the elder speaking, right? With the elder speaking, and Ator Eviatar said something extremely powerful. He said, we got y'all here, but you all are going to have to take it to the next level. And this is what we have to do. We have to go to the next level. And I'm going to show you something scripturally that when it comes to our livid, right, or what we're supposed to be eating, the diet, which should be a livid, right? Because how can you eat something dead and expect to bring life? That's impossible. You can't do that. There's no way you can eat something dead and bring life, right? So, or extend life even. So what I want to do, we're going to look at what the scripture said about that, right? And so I want to go to Genesis 1, and very simply, we're going to go to Genesis 1, and we're going to start at the 28th verse. And I'm going to bring this up for my people on YouTube. So hold 1 second, guys. I'm going to pull this up for you all so you all can see it on YouTube. Appreciate your patience. Let's see. Oh, I haven't shared my screen yet. Hold 1 second. I didn't share my screen with you all. I got to share my screen with you all on Zoom. And if you can hold for me 1 second after I do that, I appreciate it. Because this is an extremely important point. And a lot of times we overlook little things, but it's not the fact that we overlooked it as much as we're trying to hold 1 second. As much as we were just step by step in through this process. And that's a beautiful thing, because it took one step so we can make 2 or 3 or 10, right? So we want to make sure that. Now, all my people on YouTube, you all should be able to see the screen that I'm on. And you all on Zoom, you all should be able to see it too. Can you please recognize on Zoom that you can see it? And can you please put a 1 in the chat, those of you that are on YouTube? I'd appreciate it. Can everybody see my screen?
Okay.
Okay. All right, great. All right, so here we see in Genesis 1 and 28, there's some key words here in 29. But I'm going to read 1 and 28 just so we can move through it. It says, and Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And we understand that this dominion is not in the rulership. This is where we get stuck, but it's not a rulership as in disrespect or as in rulership like dominion, I'm over you, but in the fact of a caretaker in the sense of responsibility for the planet. Responsibility. And that's a key word, right? And then it says, and Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, right, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Now, this was very important because what we didn't see, or the average, I won't say everybody, some might have seen it, is this key phrase here, bearing seed. See, even the herbs that we eat have to bear seed. This is what is known today as non-sweet fruits. These are avocados, tomatoes, squash, zucchini, name it, with fruit, with a non-sweet fruit, all of those type of foods, right? Pumpkin. These foods here, our herbs have to bear seed. They must have seed in them. The things that are designed for our physiology. And I'm going to share this with you on this level, on a spiritual or a scriptural level, and then I'm going to share it with you on a physiological level. Because both levels on both sides, whether we're looking secular or we're looking through science or we're looking through scripture, they're all going to agree with this fact that our herbs, everything we eat has to have a seed inside of it. Everything. Right?
Okay.
And it says, in every tree in which is the fruit of tree yielding seed. So we knew that all of our fruits had to have seeds in them, but we didn't understand that all of our herbs have to have seeds in them also. This is important. To you, it shall be for food, is what that really says, okel, right? So we know okel means to eat or food. And to every beast of the earth. Now watch the difference. Watch the difference. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth on the earth wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. Notice, no seeds. Their food didn't have seeds in it. Ours does. Notice our restriction was not green. Theirs was. This is very important to get, because when you understand it and you understand your physiology, now you're going to understand, even as vegans, there are things that we're eating that are actually causing harm to our bodies, and why we get heart attacks, why we get high blood pressure, why we having strokes, why these things are taking place is because we're not eating according to the dietary law given in Bereshit, right? Aleph, or Genesis 1, right? This is why this is taking place. So, just dealing with that level of context, right?
Okay.
We have to now look at the physiology. So there are different physiologies, right? That we have. I'm gonna stop sharing right now. So let me switch back real quick. Oh, 1 second. Stop the share there. I'm gonna come back to full screen to you all in YouTube. All right. And I want us to be clear that when we're looking at our physiology and how we're designed, there are some key things we don't have. Now, many of you all already know that I was in what you call that? I was in the woods for a year. Right? Some of you might know it, some of you don't. But that's okay. And during that time frame, you get a lot of time to think, meditate, and really grow. And on the water fast that I went to with a diva and our beloved sister Anatia, I'm tripping. Anatia, slick eye. When I went up there with them, there was a lot of time we had to just think and meditate and so forth. And the key thing is your body, everything, when you watch animals, everything that they're designed to do is to eat. In other words, the way your body is designed is telling you how to eat and what to eat, right? For instance, our hands are designed to do what? Pluck fruit. It's designed for that. We're made the way what we're supposed to eat. And there's a concept that I always share with people, and I learned this from Lauren Lockman. And it's a key concept, and I want you to really keep it anytime you're going to eat something, because if you follow this principle, 99.9% of the time, you're going to eat exactly what's designed for your body. And that is this. If you were dropped back in the Garden of Eden, right? We don't have no fire. You don't got no tools. You don't have nothing. You're back there in pristine nakedness. What would you eat? What would you eat? I'm going to ask it this way. How many animals on the planet cook?
No.
None, right? Zero. How many animals on the planet cook? None. Why do we cook? To make something more palatable that we're not supposed to be eating. All of the animals eat exactly what their body is designed for, except us. The quote unquote human being is the only being on the planet that eats everything. There is no other species on the planet that does that. None. Scavengers might close to do it, but not like we do. We're worse than scavengers. The average person. And what I'm saying is, the reason I'm bringing that up is because these are the things that have been detrimental to our bodies, right? So it's very important. So we know that we're not supposed to eat meat. So I'm going to skip meat for you all because we understand that concept. But I'm going to tell you what the number one killer is that's equal to meat. And that is starch. Starch and gluten are the number one killers, right up there with meat. And they're not designed to be in our body. Does pasta have seeds in it?
No.
No, it doesn't, does it? Do potatoes have seeds in them?
No.
No. They might have seeds on them, but not in them. Does rice have seeds in it?
No.
No. There's so many things that we're putting in the body, and when we do, what is starch? What is starch? It's a what? What type of food is it? Is it a fat? Is it a protein? Is it a sugar? What is it?
It's sugar.
It's pure sugar multiplied times 50. Why do I say that? Because fruit is a what? It's a carbohydrate. It's a complex carbohydrate. But what's the difference? The reason it's a complex carbohydrate is because it has dietary fiber, it has non-dietary fiber, right? And it has simple sugar, fructose. Starches are complex carbohydrates with at least 2 to 3 complex carbohydrates inside of them. Meaning each carbohydrate inside of one piece of rice or one potato or whatever, it has to be broken down into several strands of sugar to get to simple. And when you do that, this is causing diabetes. This is causing high blood pressure. And then not only that, it increases your cholesterol. So just like meat, it increases cholesterol. No different than meat. Except you're also getting the sugar rush because meat doesn't have any sugar in it. And sugar is our food. So where is the sugar stored? In fat, in visceral fat, which is deadly, in the liver, right? So now what happens is now you're having the effects as if you're eating wrong, right? Even though you think what you're doing is right. And it is. So it is right in its beginning stage, but we must what? Ascend to the next level. Why do I say that? If I'm eating all meat and I stop and only eat white meat, is that good for me? Yes, relatively, because I was eating all meat. But even if I stop and eat white meat, there's a time when what's going to happen is that white meat is going to fill my body up with cholesterol and I'm going to have a heart attack or a stroke or die. And I'm eating something cooked, which is a carcinogenic compound, right? Now it's a carcinogenic compound when you cook it. Now I'm going to have cancer. It's good for me to move from there to there. But I have to then wake up and move to the next phase of development, which is going to be from the chicken or white meat to, did I do better? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did much better. But am I doing great? No, because I could still be eating scavengers. I could still be eating those things that's going to kill me, right? So now I moved to vegetarianism. Is that better? Yes, it's much better. It's great. But what am I eating now? I'm still eating meat byproducts, right? Which is going to cause a problem. Eggs, which is going to cause a major problem. I'm eating, what do you call that? Starch still. And all the things that are going to cause problems in the future. Now, let's say I move from there and I move to veganism. Is that better? It's absolutely better. Right? But where's the problem with veganism? Now I'm going to be eating starch. Starch is the number one killer. I was a starchaholic. That's how I had my heart attack. I was vegan when I had my heart attack. I was 280 pounds when I had my heart attack. Why? Because I was a starchaholic. Now, when I move to a plant-based vegan, is that better? Absolutely. But when I cook the food, what am I creating? A carcinogenic compound. I'm changing its DNA structure. That's why chefs have to do what? They have to take a class called what? Chemistry. Why are they taking a chemistry course? Because they're changing the DNA or the chemical compound or the chemical fabric of the actual item that you're eating. What does this mean? This means when you put it in your mouth, your body no longer can recognize it. It considers it a foreign entity. And when it considers it a foreign entity, it creates mucus around it and tries to get it out of your body. So you're really not getting anything from that process. also it's dead. Now that it's dead, it doesn't have any enzymes to break it down, which we know enzymes are what? Life force. If it doesn't have any life force to break the food down, then it has to take your life force. That's called enzymes. It's going to take your enzymes to break it down. This is why people get tired when they're eating, because it's taking your life force to do it. This is what? Shortening your life. And it's a carcinogenic compound. So if it's carcinogenic, what is it going to create? Cancer.
Yes.
It's the only way. It's the truth of the matter. So now we have to move to what is called the live raw, but we have to do it optimally. And what does optimally mean? Optimally means in accordance with Genesis 1 and 29. We must do it in accordance with Genesis 1 and 29. What is the difference? And I think we talked about this. I taught this one time here, but I got to make sure. What is the difference between the stomach of an herbivore and the stomach of a human? A quote unquote human, or as we know, Elohim. What is the difference? Because this is very important. Because you're not an herbivore. You are a frugivore. Everything about you spells frugivore. There's so many different processes. It's in my book too. Okay, so nobody knows on here. That's okay. That's quite all right. I'm going to share it with you. We have, how many stomachs do we have?
3.
No, we have one.
We have 1.
Yeah, we have one stomach. An herbivore has 4. It has 4 stomachs. And here's why. What type of food is cellulose? Cellulose is what? A fat, a protein, or a sugar? Cellulose, I used to think that too. Cellulose is a sugar. The blessing is you can't break it down. That's your blessing. That's why we ain't got extra high blood pressure and extra heart attacks and extra strokes and extra diabetes. That's the blessing, that we can't break it down. And the reason we can't break down cellulose is because it takes 4 stomachs to do it. Cellulose is extremely hard to get through. So in the scriptures you will see we were only to eat animals in the fallen Mosaic law. We were only to eat animals that chewed the cud. Chewing the cud meant what? That they put it in there, they ate it, it went in one stomach, it came back, they regurgitated back up, they chew it again, put it in the second stomach, they bring it back up, they chew it again, they put it in a third stomach, they bring it back up, they chew it again and put it in a fourth stomach. That's how much it takes to break down green herbs. We can't get that. That's why we want to juice. The reason we juice kale and greens and this and that, the reason we were doing that, which we shouldn't do, don't ever do that. The reason that we did that was because we were trying to get the nutrients out of it, because naturally you cannot. So we then went to cooking. Cooking was designed to be able to get nutrients, break the cellulose down so you could get the nutrients out of it, which means it's what? Not natural for you. Therefore, if you're eating something that's not natural for you and you do it over a long period of time, it's going to have what? Back up and build up. Just like when you ate meat, when you were eating meat, you're going to have issues in your colon, right? Because your body has to have has to have fiber for peristalsis, or for it to move through the colon. You don't have that. You don't. I mean, meat doesn't have fiber, so it's going to be stuck in your colon. So anything you're eating that is not in alignment with your physiology is going to leave remnants or get stuck. Brassicas, right, have goitrogenic compounds in them, like broccoli, right, cauliflower, all the brassicas. You go down the line and name them. They all have goitrogenic compounds. What is the goiter? What is the goiter? Anyone know? The thyroid. Good. That's right. Who said that? Somebody said it, but the thyroid. The thyroid. So now the brassicas are attacking the thyroid. Now you're wondering why so many sisters have thyroid issues. This is why. The greens, right, have oxalates. What do oxalates cause? Does anyone know? Oxalates cause kidney stones. Kidney stones. So we have to be very, very careful and circumspect on the things that we're eating on a regular basis. Right? And this is something I wanted to share. And I think it's so important because we're going to have to elevate or ascend to our next level of development to be able to move forward. And here's why. I started this conversation and I'm going to end this conversation the way that I started it. What is eating? Eating is a spiritual process. Every time you change the diet, you're allowing more ruach, spirit, oxygen, air, prana into the body, whatever you want to call it. You're allowing that into the body, more of it, allowing more healing into the body. That's why fasting is a spiritual process. It always has been and it always will be. Because when you remove food from the body and you stop eating, you're allowing spirit into the body to be full. That's why the breatharian journey is what we're all on for real. To where we can become a spiritual being again. Because if you're not eating they eat, I apologize, they do eat. They're eating prana. They're eating spirit. So like I always ask the question, if I'm in the midst of trees, if I'm in the midst of this trees and I'm eating the spirit, oxygen, air there, what nutrients am I getting versus being in another set of trees where that oxygen is? So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, what would a being be that is living off of nothing but spirit? That's a spiritual being. That's a spiritual being. And that is where everyone, unbeknownst to them, I don't care what lifetime you're in, your journey is to get all the way back there when it comes to eating. That is the journey. That is the goal. That is where you're trying to get back to. Right? And so it is a spiritual process. And here's the key. Why do we have to go there, Dawid? Why do we have to elevate? Why do we have to climb to the next level? Because with every diet change, closer to a livid change, with every diet closer to livid change, a new level of consciousness is opened. In other words, the mercy is this. The mercy is the body and spirit must vibrate at the same speed. If one vibrates faster than the other or slower than the other, it's going to kill the other. It's going to kill it. And this is key. So therefore, what happens is because your body, because of what you're eating, your body is not ready for that level of consciousness. Remember, Saryadiel said something very key. Saryadiel said what? There are volumes of knowledge. Volumes, yafak. Volumes of knowledge. And these volumes of knowledge are unlocked according to your living. When you cleanse the body and you are clear, you're now allowing more spirit into the body, opening up channels that before could not be reached. And as you open these channels, you open these chakras or meridians or realms in the body, knowledge is already there waiting, but it couldn't get to you because the spirit couldn't get there. You're blocking it. This is why Moses, when you read about Moses going onto the mountain, you will never see where it said he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Because he wasn't fasting. He was on a breatharian journey. He had to raise his level of consciousness to the point where, right, he could receive the 10 Commandments. To do that, he had to allow his full temple or body, the entire temple, to be filled with the spirit of Yahweh. The divine universal force, and be one with what? Nature. He had to. That is the only way he could have received the information. And it's the same with us today. Nothing has changed. We are the Messianic people. We are the Meshakim. No accident. We were designed to be this. But we have to be real with it. We have to take it all the way there. So I wanted to share that. Now I want to share exactly what it is that I'm doing since I was called to this call. So, and I'm going to open up for questions too. So first of all, I do have my book that he mentioned. You can buy it on Amazon. It's $21.99. I would drop the links and stuff into the WhatsApp. For you all that's on YouTube, it's already in the YouTube chat area. But my books are there. My book is there rather, and then also I'm going to be teaching the clearing meditation this week on Sunday for free at 1:30 p.m. It's going to be free at Studio Yogi. And I've been doing yoga too. And it's just a wonderful practice. It was my next level of development. And yoga is such an important, serious practice that I'm loving. And so they have a very good program. They have an extremely powerful where you can get for $85 a month, you can go as many times as you want, and they've got a plethora of different types of instructors. I'm even learning right now Kemetic yoga, so I'm learning all different types of yoga, and just in there, it's just a beautiful process. And it's right in the city. It's right there around the corner. It's on 71st and it's on 71st and Jeffries. Really, it's like right there. So it's just I really like it. It's a powerful piece. Hopefully I will see you all there. I'll drop the link. You can register. It's for free, like I said. And I'll be doing the clearing meditation, which is such an important modality, which I've spoken to you all about in the past. So all are welcome to attend that. And I prayerfully I will see you all there. The other thing, I'm in the middle of building my website. I got what is called my perfect health packages, and those will be coming out shortly as well. But I've been helping a lot of people heal themselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. and I've got a lot of testimonials and so forth. So it's been going really good. And if any of the saints need any support, I'm always here. So with that, text me a lot of times because I'm right now. I've been in so many meetings and busy because I've been helping so many people. But and then I'm grinding right now to get this site up. So I got all that going on. So it's like a 24-hour. You know me, right? So with that, do we have any questions? I'm going to open up for questions. If you have a question on YouTube, please put it in the chat. If you all can come to the mic, if that's okay, I tour asking for permission.
I have a question. What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Health Class: How to Heal Yourself. And it goes with my health class. I forgot to tell you, I have a health class that I do once per month. So every month I have a health class. I've been doing that for the last probably about 6-7 months. It goes really well. I got a lot of people that come to it. I've had a lot of success with the class.
Okay, one other question. You said you have this is this Young Rishon, the clearing meditation. How long is that? You said it starts at 1:30. Is that
till 2:30
thing? Huh?
From 1:30 till 2:30.
Is that a one-time thing or?
Right now is going to be. Right now I'm going to do it once per month. Is what it looks like. That's what the the owner of it said that she wants me to do. But it's going to increase. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and this is on 71st and Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that's not too far from where I stay. Where is it?
Absolutely.
Is it inside that old bank building or something? I don't know.
It's right next to it.
Okay.
Go back west. Go west from Jeffries. It's about a block west.
Okay. The reason I asked is because even though we planned something for the sisterhood on Yom Rishon, that's why I was asking. Is it a one-time thing?
What time are y'all doing it?
Ours is from 2 to 4. So that's why I was asking, is it a one-time thing or whatever. Yeah. So that's why I was asking.
Oh no, we'll have it again. I'll have it again.
Okay. I don't know if I have any more questions. It's like it's almost like, what am I supposed to eat? No, I'm just kidding.
If you ask me, I'll do something special for the sisters too. That's cool. Say it again. What were you saying? Ask the question again.
I know. I'm kind of like kidding, but so I was like, what about? So you said that eating is spiritual, but doesn't that still affect you mentally and physically?
It's going to affect everything, but the actual act itself, the entire process is spiritual.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is it's not. See, this is what we think. Here's, and that's an excellent question. Here's what we think that's wrong. We think that eating, in other words, we're saying, I'm going to eat this because it will heal me. No, your body does the healing. The best thing you could do is not eat to heal, because now the spirit can go to work. So when you allow more spirit in the body, it's not the food that's affecting the mind and the body. It's the spirit that's affecting the mind and the body.
Okay.
That is our back. But we've been trained to think the other way on purpose because it makes money. Oh, I need to get this herb. I need to do this. As I say this. If you have to take a medicine or a herb for the rest of your life, it's not healing you. It's not working. You should never have to do that. The only purpose for supplements or herbs or even medicine at certain times. There's a place for everything. But where the only time for them is to get you back balanced. Once you're back balanced, you should never need it again. So if you ever hear somebody say, you're going to have to take this for the rest of your life, or you need to take these every day for forever, that doesn't work. So the point is, It's allowing the spirit. When you give the body what it needs, it's going to do what it's supposed to do, and that is heal itself.
Right.
It's
Right.
heal itself. So how to heal yourself is the key.
Mm. Mm.
Any other questions? I see you, Adiva. Come on out. Come on out. I miss you too. I miss you for real, believe it or not.
No, everything you said is true.
I appreciate it.
I mean, what to say?
Good to hear your voice.
You on it.
Thought out about. Appreciate you. Anyone else?
No, just appreciate the class. I mean, just appreciate the teachings. It's deep, for real, for real. It makes you really
Hallelujah.
think about it. It puts a lot on your mind. I'll put it like that. Yeah.
Hallelujah. You know I'm just a clearing. All I'm doing is sharing what's been shared with me.
Absolutely.
That's all I could do.
It truly helps you go back and read and study the Genesis over, because it's truly a better understanding that you brought us to our minds.
Game. Yep.
That, you know, that creation, the whole creation process.
Hallelujah.
What
Yeah.
animals eat, why and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
And
do
when you
wanna
and when
say
you
one-
really study, when you really get it, when you really get the understanding, because in the book I really go into it. I break it down. I break down every single process in the carnivore's body, in the herbivore's body, in our body, and in the frugivore's body, and show you we are frugivores. Like, I break it down, literally. I deal with sugar because sugar is our food. That's what we eat. That's our food, literally, and why we're having the problems that we're having. I break it down all the way down.
Okay. Hallelujah.
So I'm gonna leave them links and everything in the group.
I want to say one thing that
Go ahead.
can you hear me?
I can hear you clear.
What you said about you have to have a thirsty to wanting the wisdom and the knowledge.
Mhm.
And that motivates you to eat the right thing or not eat at all, because not eating at all is when you get the wisdom.
Okay.
So, like you said, that 40-day fasting, and that he couldn't even receive that
No.
those commandments if he had been eating all the stuff, period.
Correct.
That was so. It's the thirst for knowledge that is a good motivator for
Okay.
you to want to not eat, I should say, or eat in that natural state. Because the more natural you get, the more wisdom and understanding and knowledge you get, the more humble you get, the more compassionate. It covers everything.
And then the closer connection you're gonna get with YAH.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Mm.
I have a testimony because I wasn't able to eat for 4 weeks because I had surgery on my gums.
YAH.
And I was upset, but the information I got, what I thought was a curse, turned into a blessing.
YAH. If you don't do it yourself, that's why I had the heart attack. If you
Right,
don't do
right.
it yourself, your body's you're gonna get forced into it. There's no way
Right.
around it. You can't escape.
Right.
You can't escape it, right? So
Mhm.
so what I'm saying is just do it. And this is what we have to do. We have to just do it. This is why the death comes. Remember, it's the wages of sin. The wages of death is sin. You have to pay for death. It costs. And disobedience is the cost, because you've already been sent the message. Just like I said, when I had my heart attack, the Spirit told me for 3 years straight, you got to go raw. You got to go raw. You got to go raw. I was hard-headed. I didn't listen. So I had to pay for that.
Absolutely.
You got what I'm saying? I didn't escape it. Shoot, please. I had to face the wrath. But it was one of the greatest blessings, like you said, but it turns out to be one of the greatest blessings of my life. Because I learned so much. What I'm sharing with you today, I would not be sharing with you had I not had it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, it's the truth of the matter. At least I don't believe so. I could have been. But the fact that I went through it and healed myself, I've been able to help so many people because I'm not talking about when I'm helping people heal themselves, I'm not telling them what I've learned. I'm telling them what I've done. You got what I'm saying? So leaky gut. What you call that? GERD. Got rid of that. Got rid of leaky gut. Got rid of UTIs. Got rid of prostate issues. Got rid of all types of stuff. My body feels totally good now. Like I don't even have ailments or pains, like really at all. So I've been blessed with that. That's just been a blessing for me. When I'm saying, and so when I'm telling somebody something and growing, even with the clearing meditation was given to me when I was doing creation series. So I did it myself and cleared myself and was able to get my 10-year separation from my wife. We're back together because of that. She's super happy. I mean, happier than ever. So, I mean, like, I'm using everything that I'm telling you, I use. It's all right for people don't, like, I just found out I had a vitamin D deficiency, right? I mean, very deep vitamin D deficiency. And like I told everybody, like, I jumped right on it. I'm going to fix it. I'm not playing with my health. COPD. Okay, I got a question online real quick. Hold 1 second. So what about COPD? COPD, right, is issue with breathing again. I have to see exactly what the issue is that they're having specifically with COPD, right? But one thing that I know on the Zenzino side, Isola, is that a person that has COPD that takes the Protect product that they have with the balance oil, right? Those two together, they got rid of their COPD. That's the closest I could tell you on COPD until I study their personal situation. Also, a lot of times that can be from a water deficiency or being dehydrated. So make sure you check both of those things. But I know that the person that was taking Protect and the balance oil together, they got rid of their COPD. It's gone. And they didn't have to take it long. It wasn't long, but they got rid of it.
Did you say balance oil?
Yeah, it's a balance. Yeah, the balance oil. I'll put that link in there too. I'll put all the links in there. Yeah, the balance oil is so important, especially for vegans, because we don't get our omega-3s. We get ALA, but we don't get EPA and DHA. And ALA will be enough if we were eating the optimal livid. Therefore, we wouldn't be depleting our essentials. So the essentials is your nutrients, your vitamins, your fatty acids, and your amino acids. We would not deplete those. If we deplete those from what we're eating and what we've been through from a child up, we depleted a lot of our essentials, and we never got them back to their full capacity. And so because we didn't get it back to the full capacity, right? Then what happened is now we are deficient. So now we become vegan, but we're deficient in EPA and DHA fatty acids, and therefore we're only getting ALAs. But because we're eating cooked food, we're still depleting from those fatty acids. So since we're doing that, now it's going even worse, and this is where a lot of the deficiencies come. So we have to get omega-3s, and the best way to get it, I like the balance oil because of how, first of all, where it comes from is the number one spot in the world where you get omega-3s, number one. Number two, they have a vegan version that comes directly from seaweed, which is what the fish eat to get their omega-3s. So we're getting it specifically from that location. Okay, they're getting this. That's where it comes from. So it's top notch. Then they have so when you taking it, it's a premium. When you're taking it, you're balancing out your omega-3s. Your omega-3s deal with all your organs, your eyes specifically, your heart, and your brain. Those three functionalities. And vegans have been found to have some of the highest cases of dementia. because they're the depletion of their omega-3. So your omega-3 omega-6 balance should be 3 to 6. Mine was, I mean, 1 to 1. I'm sorry, not 1 to 1. Yeah, it should be 1 to 1. Your born is 1 omega-3 to 1 omega-6. When you're the highest you're supposed to be, according to the scientists, is 1 omega-3 to 3 omega-6s. I was live vegan and I was at 54 to 1. 54 to 1. I want you to hear those numbers. 54 to 1. So I want you to understand that so what does that mean? Why are vegans, our omega-6s are so high? Because we eat a lot of omega-6s. What is omega-6? Omega-6 is your immune functionality, but it's also will cause autoimmune disease. And vegans have many autoimmune diseases, right? And it builds up inflammation. Because when you get cut, it's inflammation that comes to heal it. That's why we heal so fast. So our omega-6s are high, but our omega-3s are low. What does that mean? When omega-6s do not see enough omega-3 in a blood cell, they consider it a bad blood cell. So omega-6s, your immune system begins to attack the good blood cells because they don't have enough omega-3s. This is autoimmune disease. So we have to get those up. So most diseases are either what? Inflammatory or autoimmune. If we fix that, then what have we done? We've eradicated a major issue or most major issues. Now what we have to do is now eat the optimal living. So what? Now we can keep those numbers where they are. So it's about replenishing and then eating optimally to be able to live forever until you're ready to move to the real stage of development, which will be, I'm sure, our next ascension, which will be the breatharian idea.
Okay, so make sure you post that you said you're gonna post all that information in WhatsApp, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hold on.
Lord of all, hallelujah. YAH for real. Any other questions? If not,
is this information in your book on the omega-3s?
yes.
Okay.
And then the class is so powerful. That's another thing. And I'll send you the information on that. The next one I'm going to be doing is in March. It's $50. It's a $50 class, but it's beyond worth it.
Is this a class different than your other class?
You came to that class before, but I do it physically now, face to face. So it's 2 weeks.
Is it the same class?
It's the same class.
Okay. I missed one of them.
I know. So yeah, it's the same class. It's beyond worth it. And you get a free massage when you come, as well as you get I have food there. So yep.
What?
Yep, free class and food. I mean free massage and food, yeah. And I do it in Tinley. It's in Tinley Park, but it's on 159th in Harlem. It ain't that bad. It's about
that's close.
Yeah, that ain't bad. 159th in Harlem. You know where I'm at, so yeah.
Okay.
You too far.
All right, well.
It ain't that far. It ain't far like you thinking.
Atul, you still on?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I don't know if there are any more questions.
All right, Atul. Well, I'm going to jump. And I got to get back to my YouTube audience, but I appreciate you all. Love you.
Likewise, we really appreciate you, and thank you for bringing such powerful information as we journey in our pursuit for everlasting light. So Toda, hallelujah.
Hallelujah, YAH, for real. Shalom to all the saints.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Baila
I'm available whenever y'all need me. Shalom. Oh, I ended the meeting. I didn't mean to do that. Oh. I ended the meeting on their end. I forgot I was a host. I was trying to get out of there, and I ended the meeting. Oh, that was bad. I didn't mean to do that. They'll climb back in, I'm sure. All right. So, do we have any questions? You said you see the difference since I've been taking vitamin D. It works if we work it. Yeah. Well, I'm building it. I've been doing a lot of mushrooms. I've been pushing the mushrooms right now too. Just to be honest with you, are they optimal? No. But I got to rebuild that vitamin D. I got to rebuild it. So I'm rebuilding that vitamin D right now. Get that up. Gonna be rocking. Any other questions on the YouTube? How did y'all like the class? How did y'all enjoy this class? Did y'all think it was good or what? Where was it? Can y'all still hear me on YouTube? Y'all might have a delay. I forgot. Y'all might have a delay. Shiitakes. The shiitake mushrooms. I'm eating the shiitake mushrooms. Yeah. Every time I find something new out about myself where I'm deficient or something like that, the things that I was doing, I understand why I was like, that made me feel good. You got what I'm saying? Because I needed those things. Great. Okay, you can hear me. Jerry, welcome. Outstanding. Glad you're here. Did everybody like the class? I know you said it was good, Senart. Prayerfully, everybody did. So with that, if there's no questions, I want y'all to remember to make sure that you register for the class for Sunday, for the the creation series. I'm sorry, the clearing meditation. Right? It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be on 71st and Jeffries, right in that area. It's free. So y'all welcome to come. It's only an hour. It's from 1:30 to about 2:30. And then it'll be very good. It's going to be very good. And the more support we have, the better. So those that can make it, please make sure you come and be there. But that support will be great. That way I know that they want, that I can do this monthly and keep it growing. So I appreciate you all. Any questions? There's no questions. I appreciate everybody's time. I give y'all a couple extra seconds because I know y'all on a delay. So I'll give you a couple seconds and then I'm out. All right. I appreciate everybody's time. See you all at the top.
Disclaimer. The information contained in this video is intended as an information resource only and is not to be used or relied upon for any diagnostic or treatment purposes. The video's information does not create any patient-physician relationship. Dawid Yisrael makes no representations about the accuracy or suitability of this content, as scientific and medical information updates and changes daily as more substantial information is discovered. Dawid Yisrael and any business associated during this video shall not in any event be liable for any direct or indirect damages, losses, injuries, or liability whatsoever suffered as a result of your use or misuse of this video's content. Use of this video is at the viewer's sole risk.
For the rest of this video and more videos like these, you can join us at patreon.com/ health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And join one of our paid tiers. Any of them will do. And you join one of those tiers, you can watch the rest of these videos, as well as all the other videos that I produced, including my former health classes, which is 4 to 8 hours of information that can help you on your health journey to the top. All right. So I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. I look forward to seeing you at the top.